Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Perfect. Bryson, you can sit down. So we got Kelvin Perkins on the carry here. Say something, Bryson.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, you're on here. Here, let me turn your headset on. There we go. So now we are all up here. So what's going on down there, Bryson? I know you got the sideline view and everything.
Well, you got to introduce him first.
Oh, my bad. Everybody, this is Bryson Johnson, number 90 last year, D2 player at Millikan University. Your guys' season ended yet?
Yes, it ended last week actually.
So successful season from him,
Yeah.
but Collierville High School alumni back in town for this highly anticipated playoff game. What's going down on there on the sidelines? That's where it was all first half.
What I'm seeing so far is like offensively we're kind of struggling to move the ball, and defensively we're letting up too many big plays. Like we've played them close, played them tight. I mean, they got playmakers all over the field, but I just feel like we just gotta stick to whatever Coach Marchie put in place, because I know he's good at what he does and he knows what he's talking about. So yeah, we just play together and just play hard. I mean, yeah.
How are you liking the zone defense approach that we're taking on defense?
You said the zone?
Zone, yeah. It looks like we're running a lot of zone down there.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of zone. I mean, from what you would see, by looking at the score, you could guess that it hasn't been working all too well so far. But I just feel like we got guys watching the quarterback too much, not really like trusting their assignments and here and there. But I got faith in these guys to pull this out. So
Big third down.
yeah.
Defensively for the Dragons. Quarterback keeper. He is going to
There we
be short of the line to gain. However, this is not a team that punts all that often. They're going to stay out there on the field and test their luck with a fourth down.
Yeah, they staying out there.
And we've had a secondary that's let up big plays all year, as you know. I mean, I know you've tuned into some of our broadcasts, but we have not been able to stop the deep ball all year, and I mean that's something that's going to have to change here. So,
Yeah.
as you said, Marchie is good at what he does here, and Coach Taylor, the secondary coach, how are we going to be, or from what you've seen down there on this fourth and short, he jumps the snap.
Oh.
You could talk about that guy all you want. That is Jaden Majors. Turn.
Hey.
You know him better than any of us, man.
I'm getting deja vu already. Yeah, that's his thing. He's a big playmaker. He's a hard-nosed linebacker. He always finds his way to the ball. So yeah.
And out of all the people that get offers from all the teams, I don't know how Majors isn't more highly recruited for what he does, man. I mean, he is.
Yeah, he definitely. I feel like he should get way more recognition than he has been getting for what he's doing, because he's out there, he's producing. I don't know exactly how many tackles he has in a year, but.
And a little double reverse here to Tay.
There we go.
Majors has 87 tackles on the year. 97 tackles on the year and 18 tackle for losses. Add another one to his sheet there.
Yes, sir.
That was a big turnaround for the Dragons. Now they have 2nd and 5 in the opponent's territory. If they score quick here, they may be able to rewrite the narrative that has taken this story in the first half of the game.
And, I mean, you didn't get to see this guy last year, but he's been great this year.
Yeah,
I mean,
this guy, Autry, he's electric. Just from what I've seen, he makes big plays, jumping over people here. Like, I've never seen nothing quite like it, especially at this level. He's the truth. I'll give him that. If you can give him the ball and give him some space, there's not a lot you can really do to take him down. He's a pretty big guy.
I don't think I've ever seen someone get called for a hurdling penalty until Autry came in last week.
Multiple times.
Hurdling multiple guys, too.
Yeah.
Jumped over about 3 of them.
Yeah, he said he has 26 touchdowns on the season this year. That's pretty ridiculous.
That's one thing of, like, despite his size, like, he's real light on his feet, and he can, like, cut whichever way. He's agile. He can get from 1 to 100 just like that.
Yeah,
so
Tulane is really getting a good player.
He has breakaway speed, too. He's basically everything you would want in a running back prospect.
So from the defensive side, Bryson, what goes into game planning with the line here as it's thrown? Nick Graham How often do I talk about him? Did it first half and have done it all year. He is a big body with great hands. Going over the top there, and you just put it where only he can get it.
Yeah, Nick Graham beats the hips of the defensive back there, and that is just a nice bullet from his captain. And that is the quick turnaround that the Dragons have seeked in the last 30 minutes of football.
Yeah, so as I was saying, what goes into the defensive game plan here when you face a quarterback like Kelvin Perkins? I mean, 23 touchdowns on the ground, 36 touchdowns through the air. I mean, 2,500 passing yards, almost 1,000 rushing.
I'd say the game plan would be just to keep your rush lanes, D-line. Don't let him scramble out. Don't let him extend plays at all. And I'd say just safeties, corners, whatever we're in, man, zone, we just got to stay in our guy. We got to know the assignments, and then we just got to execute, and then good things will happen. You hear from any defensive coordinator, if you just execute, everyone does their job, y'all play together, good things will happen all over the field. And that's what a lot of what they installed in us last year.
And A.J. Kraft and Braylon Warren have been eating this year.
Yeah.
Kraft coming off the end where, I mean, he's got 7 sacks, and Warren up the middle with 8. Had a huge week last week with 4 sacks. I mean, they have been phenomenal all season long.
Yeah, Kraft is another one of those guys who really stepped up, like how Caleb Woods last year in the playoffs, taking up for Ero and all that. Oh, okay.
That is Tanner. I mean, Tanner's a guy who brings energy to the field all the time. I mean, huge hit there over the middle of the field. And you have seen that a lot. Tanner Jones looking to get the starting job at one of those middle linebacker positions next year. A little undersized, but he plays, I mean, with high intensity, man.
Yeah, he gives me a lot of a lot of deja vu and reminiscences of Joseph Myers from last year.
Absolutely.
Not a super large guy, but he plays hard, and he'll hit you. He'll bring it to you.
And a run here, and he just stays on his feet, Caden. He's still going. And it looked like Salzar and Warren might have had him behind the line, but he just kept going, Caden.
I was about to actually scream out because I thought Warren got him behind the line for a loss of 3, but he still finds a way to bounce out and bring this ball all the way to midfield. That is what Southwind does best, is that no matter where you think the ball is going to end up being, they're going to take in an extra 15 yards and kill your offensive momentum. 8:06 left on the clock here. Quick score for the Dragons is what they needed. However, they need to stop this offense quick. I said the word quick a lot in that sentence, but yes, that I need to emphasize the fact that this needs to be fast.
There we go.
Big stop, big hit at the line. You know, the line's kind of struggled a little bit, closing those gaps from the running back. But that was a good stop over the middle, and that'll bring them second and medium from around the 50-yard line.
And now Perkins in the backfield. You got 3 to his left, 1 to his right. They put Alexander in motion, line him up on the line. Perkins hands it off. I mean, that'll be 3rd down here, Caden. Chad Rooks.
It's a big 3rd down.
It's a big 3rd down, middle of the field here at the Dragons' 48-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, we may need another Jaden Majors blitz up the middle if he's going to be doing that all game.
And I know you got put in a position like this last year, quite not like this at home. You were on the road in Houston in the 3rd round. What's it like out there playing down in the playoffs? 3rd round, you're a senior. You got to leave it all on the field here as they do get the 1st.
Yeah.
Good tackle there by, I believe, James Gobble.
Yeah, one big part of it, you just got to leave it all out there. Anything you're feeling, anything that happened today, you got to did bad or test here and there. None of it matters when you're out there on the field, especially when it's in the playoffs. It's do or die. So you gotta lay everything down on the line and make plays.
I mean, you guys had a tremendous season last year, going undefeated until that last game, and then hosts in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, and they got a chance to do it here. Some people aren't as fortunate to go and continue playing football, but you can tell they're playing with high emotion tonight, leaving it all on the field here.
Yeah, yeah.
Jaden Majors just refuses to let go of the shoe. He almost got dragged 3 yards, but he is not letting go, and he's kind of that glue guy, you know. You can always count on him to make that open field tackle, and he is never going to let go. And that's what you need when you're trying to stop a huge run game that the Jaguars have.
And a lot of things people don't get credit for. I know you getting the start your senior year, the whole season. What's that like, being able to going from kind of having to go in and play your role here and there to then stepping up, and now you have to fill the roles of playing all season? I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes to expect someone to adjust to a starting position and step up within 10 high school football games. So, I mean, shout out to the Dragons that have done it this year. I mean, considering we have basically a whole new defense.
Yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking in the beginning. I'll give you that, especially with this this is one of the best places to play in America, in my opinion. So, I mean, the fans coming here, everyone got eyes on you. You just gotta lay your head down. You just gotta make it work. You gotta make plays, and just try not to be too rattled by all the extra stuff going around.
We'll be looking for that as Perkins drops back over the middle, tipped. Incomplete. That brings up 4th down. Tipped ball drill there, and there were people flying all over the middle of the field.
Yeah, Colton, that was just a tip over the middle, and I couldn't quite see who almost got hands on it, but it almost looked like he tripped over the guy who tripped over some other guy, man. A lot of tripping, but this is a huge 4th
Caden
down.
Bryson, you can hear it.
Yep.
Fourth down and 6. Perkins under pressure. That's Kraft off the end. Dumps it off the hands. Intended for Chad Rooks and incomplete. Dragons get the ball back with the chance to make it a 1-score game. That was Kraft with the pressure off the end.
This is a crazy turnaround. I don't know what Riccone was putting in the Gatorade at halftime, but
yeah, how great are those halftime speeches, Bryson?
I'm telling you, a couple of those speeches, they didn't want to put me to tears. Especially play Riverside my junior year when we're away, all the extracurricular stuff, all the social media posts, the podcast posts here and there. Coach Riccone knows how to get you up for a game. So.
And Stanford here with the snap. Under center, taking it himself. Gets about a yard at the line here.
Colton, I think it's vital for this team to not ruin this opportunity. They've gotten 2 stops in a row, and you know, you found a lot of success in your offense throwing the ball last drive. So I think if you can continue that this drive, you can maybe head into the 4th quarter only down 1 score against one of the best, defensive teams in West Tennessee.
And this is one of the best teams in Tennessee, ranked 7th here, as the Dragons are ranked 23rd or 24th, I believe. Stanford finds his man, Walden, past the 50, down to around the 45. That's where they'll mark him. That's a Dragons 1st down.
Tay Walden just sits down in between that safety and that defensive back, and Stanford throws a laser. He put his entire body into that throw.
And you can feel the tide changing, Caden, as once you get going, as Bryson said, one of the best places to play in America here, they get behind you as a fan base. Stanford all the time fires, finds Palmer. I mean, he's got to be breaching around 80 yards now this game. He's had at least 4 or 5 catches here. That's another 1st down, moving the chains. Something we're seeing a lot this year. You're seeing a lot more quick to the ball. No huddle. Get in there, get in the play set, and keeping the offense moving when we got momentum. Stanford drops back, takes it himself. He's got blockers. Taking it past the 30, inside to the 23-yard line, and another 1st down for the Dragons.
Colton, it's nice to see that Stanford is matching the energy that Sanabanya has brought on the previous drive. To see those 2 in sync is really where this team finds a lot of its success.
And it's getting loud here, Caden. I mean, we are packed out on both sides here. Stanford really been able to take control of this team when it matters most. Remaining as calm, and he's getting in his groove. Caden Autry in the backfield, Tay Palmer to his right. Graham and Stubbs to his left. Looking, fires. Tay inside the 20. Out of bounds around at the 17-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
Trey Moore is having some difficulties trying to guard Tay because he's just so versatile because, you know, you think when he sits down, sometimes he shoots up, so he's forced to stay over the top, and Stanford is finding Tay on a lot of these sit-down routes, similar to what Southwood is doing earlier in the game, actually.
Takes a snap. He's got Palmer in the middle, rolling out. He's just got to get rid of it here. Finds Autry, hurdles a man, hurdles another man. Down to the 10.
How impressive is that that hurdle and
He's shaking his head and
feet.
man.
I don't have words for that. Like
And a
that
flag,
contact
man.
balance is the next level. Like those are the kind of things when it comes to like the game that you can't teach. That's natural instinct, and that's something you're born with and you develop on your own. No coach can show you how to hurdle some man
I was about
and
to say.
stay up. That's next level, and those are the kind of guys that them D1 schools be looking at. And
I mean, you're going to hear it from the crowd here if they call it back. A flag was thrown. Here's the call.
it's on them.
Roughing the passer. And they went from booing early to now roaring in the crowd. Bells ringing inside the 10 now, putting them at the 6-yard line here. 1st and goal from the 6. Marshall in. And something that really stunned Marshall early on here in the passing game, where you haven't seen him get back to it, was that, I believe, week 2 or 3 at home against Oxford, fumbling in overtime at the goal line with the chance to win it. Stanford runs over a man, gets a yard there, but that was hard fought, Caden.
It's another thing about Kaysen, man. He's one of those quarterbacks. You see, he's not the biggest guy, but he is fearless. He'll. I know some coaches don't really like guys to lower their shoulders, but Kaysen, he's one of those hard-nosed guys. He doesn't care how big you are. He doesn't care what stars you got to your name, anything like that. He'll lower that shoulder down and he'll make a hit.
Not trying to break anything up here, talking about Kaysen, but we have Braylon Warren in the game, Shears, Marshall Smith, and we're running Wildcat. Vaughn, Autry, stacking the box. Autry up the middle, finding his hole, staying on his feet. I mean, might as well just do that again. Get some inside the 5 to the 3.
Yeah, Colton, I saw Stanford running off of the field, and I was like, I wonder how many a big man they're going to send out in his place.
They sent Braylon Warren, which might be
the biggest man.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a jumbo package right here.
Southland's band is trying to offset Collierville's momentum. Autry is in the backfield. He's looking for something big.
I mean, he might just jump over the whole line here. Fighting. They're saying he's at the 1. That'll bring up 4th and goal from the 1. Do the same thing again. I mean, they've gotten 2 to 3 yards on both of these now. Same thing here. Autry, Warren, Shears, Vaughn's in there too. I mean, stack the box. Nick Graham getting the sideline fired up. I mean, our sideline's got to be one of the most exciting in the league. We got everyone participating, firing the crowd up. Autry in the backfield, takes a snap, flips it over to Braylon Warren. And helmet comes off for Autry, which will be another personal foul with the flag here. But that touchdown will stand. I mean, who expected that? The big man getting in there, something you always love to see. He had an interception in the first round against Whitehaven, and now he's got a receiving touchdown to his name. Braylon Warren with the season to remember here. He's breaking out.
38 left on the clock, Colton, and all of a sudden we have ourselves a new game of football here. When your linemen are getting touchdowns, anything is possible.
Yeah, that's a kind of, it's a great play, but those are the kind of penalties you can't have in a game as close as this. But
I mean, it helps a lot more when you got a guy like Hollenbach kicking off, where that 15 yards is kind of neglected by his leg.
yeah, Hollenbach, he's been automatic all year.
Just the way the ball comes off his foot, too, is just impressive sometimes.
Has a beautiful touch.
And everyone's getting excited now. You got people throwing shirts into the crowd. I mean, we commentated a couple of those last year here.
So when you're in these scenarios, one more thing before you go. When you're in these scenarios where you have two back-to-back big possessions, and it seems like all the weight has shifted towards you, how do you on the sideline keep that weight in your favor and not let your eyes get too big for your stomach almost?
Oh, I would say you gotta keep the intensity up, keep the energy up on the sidelines. You can't get quiet, like, because they're gonna make plays too. I mean, this is a great team that we're playing, so like you're gonna find adversity. I mean, this team has faced it all year, so I wouldn't see them having any issues with that. But like, if they make a play, you just gotta come right back up. You gotta make another play, and you just gotta keep going, keep getting back up, and you ultimately get the results that you want.
Absolutely.
And they got a return here. They're breaking it. A flag flies in. That's coming back. Hollenbeck. I mean, Hollenbeck with the tackle there, man. It's coming back, though. Flag thrown early on. I believe that is his second or third tackle of the year, Kate. I know he had a blocked one that he tackled the guy. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Bryson.
No problem.
Great broadcasting career you had. Maybe I mean, if we go to state, they got to fly us out of Chattanooga. I mean, you'll be there too. Might have a reunion at some point, but thank you. That is Milliken football player and former Collierville Dragon, Bryson Johnson, joining us. We thank him for this third quarter.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
There's a block in the back there, Caden.
And here we go. The energy is high in the stands. The cowbells are ringing. A stop here for the Dragons could mean
tie ball game, Caden.
A tie ball game. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. I asked Bryson that question.
Here we go. Perkins under pressure. Honed in. Smith. He fires one downfield. Oh, my goodness, Caden. Tay Walden was a half an inch away from picking that ball off. He got up there, and it just barely got over his fingertips. Flag on the far side of the field. It might be coming back anyway. This place would have made a registered earthquake, Caden, if Tay picked that off, man.
He's seeing the ball come in the air, and he just doesn't quite get back far enough. And because Tay is so, freaking athletic, he still gets up there and barely misses that ball by a couple of inches. And the Dragons get another lucky break, and the momentum still stays on their side.
And with the full officiating crew for this game, Caden. With the full officiating crew for this game, Caden, there's not a lot of missed calls. I mean, I see 7 refs out there.
Yeah, they got the usual, full team.
And timeout called here as it's getting loud. Just kidding, I believe that's the end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter now for the ball game. 21-28, Caden, and we got ourselves a game.
Absolutely, Colton. Stick with us. We have a fourth quarter and an action-packed fourth quarter of playoff football coming for you. Be with you back in 3 minutes.
Yeah. And for those watching online, we thank you as we're getting info that we are one of the most watched high school programs right now. Sorry for the late start, but we're here and we got you guys watching.
This is not a game you want to miss. Fourth quarter, one-score game, big stakes.
Run up the middle. Marshall Smith got a hand on it. They shake him off. Tackled. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 now. I mean, props to number 21 there, Quintarius Hollins, and just shaking everybody off and keeping that play alive for as long as possible.
Yeah, Hollins has done this all game. I mean, he has those like 20 yards runs, and he, you know, they make contact with him at about the 6-yard line, and he still finds a way to push out another 10 yards. The Jaguars have been plagued by penalties so far, and when they are not getting the yellow flag thrown on them, they seem to do pretty good. So if they can keep away from those penalties, they should be able to get the ball moving.
And Southwind has their back against a wall, something they haven't felt all year as he is under pressure. He flips it up as he's getting taken down, and they take that past the 35 now into Collierville's, I mean, what are they going to mark him down? The 34.
Kelvin Perkins just makes an absolute masterpiece of a throw. He's got 2 men on his legs and still, I mean, he's almost flat to his stomach and makes a throw to Jonte Alexander, who takes it up another 30 yards.
And Caden, that was, I believe, number Jonte Alexander, like you just said, who just took it and ran with it. And he was, I mean, we got the pressure there. He was getting taken to the ground. And met on the outside, tries to shake him off, but he goes down anyway. Joshua Gale in the backfield for a loss.
Colton, that's not a name we've said enough tonight. Joshua Gale is showing the speed that complements the bruising of Major so well. Gale just flies in from God knows where in the middle of the field and gets that wrap-up that's so desperately needed to take this running back down.
And Caden, if we don't get a, I mean, hypothetically, if we don't get a stop here, we're going to have to call Bryson back in the booth because we rally when he's up here on the headset, man.
That's true. It's very true.
Perkins drops back, feeling pressure. He gets out of it somehow, and, I mean, Gale tries to get him, and he's just still on his feet inside the 10 all the way. I mean, they call him Mr. Football for a reason here in Tennessee. He just had everybody around him there. And he escaped the pocket, and he just took it to the house, Caden. I mean, that was 35 yards on his feet after the pocket collapsing on him.
Colton, he is just so fast. I mean, he's got that Tay Walden speed almost. Joshua Gale is the spy on him. They have a dedicated guy to make sure he doesn't do that, and he still outruns Gale. He's just so shifty, and he almost ran 10 yards on the other side of the field and still outrun everyone. And that silenced the crowd in Collierville a lot.
Offense looking to get back at work here as looking to get the momentum pushing once again. Up and good, Caden. 35-21.
You know, Colton, that score isn't as bad for Collierville as some may think. That only took them a minute and a half to score, right?
Yeah, they got 10-13 to go get a touchdown, and they both have all 3 timeouts, so.
That could have been a game-crippling touchdown with 4 minutes left in the game, right, to send us away. The Dragons are still very much in this game. If they want to quick go down and score, we've seen the passing game erupt from them in the 3rd quarter. They just are looking to replicate that success in the final quarter of this game.
And you never know when we could get a kick return here, too. I mean, we got 2 dangerous men back there.
Yeah, Tay Walden. I mean, we saw that with the what game we see that with? He completely just turned around the game with 23-mile-an-hour sprint to the end zone like a madman.
Yeah, Arlington, he got clocked with 23, but that was last week where he just, as soon as they got the lead off of the pick 6, Tay Walden exploded through the middle of the field and just no one was even near him. A squib kick, which stays in bounds somehow. Tay picks it up around the 10. He's got Southwind for days. He's down the sideline. Takes it to the 40 as they cut the angle off of him. Good job by Quintarius Hollins to cut the angle down. I mean, if he didn't get there before Tay did, he was gone. I mean, he took that down the sidelines, one move, and he was off.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, Colton, where one play can make the difference, and he was about 2 feet away from getting around that angle cutter. But he leaves the Dragons with as much of a successful field as he can possibly imagine, and he just gets right back out there on the right side of the field, hoping to make some plays as a wide receiver.
Now at the 47-yard line, Sanabanez trots out to take over. Low snap, finds Vaughn out in the backfield. Past the 50, inside, lowers the shoulder, sits the man down, and brings up a 2nd and 1. And there should be no question what you do here. Take it up the middle, get your first down. Whether it be Vaughn or I would just honestly keep it Sanabanez and let him just plow through people.
Absolutely, Colton. I do want to mention, this is very important, he brought the green gloves back for this playoff game.
I mean,
that is very
specialty.
important.
It's his signature, Caden.
Yes. You always recognize him out there when he's got those colorful gloves on.
They say black or blue ink, but Vaughn only uses green. Gets it out again. Good block by Walden. Inside the 40 now to the 38, they'll mark him.
Yeah.
Now to the 37.
He's making those mitts work. That is 2 catches in a row, little short routes. Sanabanez doesn't like anything he sees over the middle, and Vaughn is consistently open. That's 12 yards over the last 2 catches.
Moved him back to the 38, Caden. They tricked me. Sanabanez, snap. Looking for the pass here. Takes a shot over the middle. Tay almost brought it in. As he was coming down with it, hits a knee and pops up. I mean, he almost caught that through double coverage.
Yeah, that was Miguel Moore and Irian Johnson in double coverage there. It seemed like that could have been anyone's ball, but you know who's on the receiving end of that, Tay Walden Jr. He always makes it his ball.
And if they could just get him, run a little fade down here and give him some loft in one-on-one, the problem there, they try to bullet it in between 2 people, and he still almost had it. Autry back in the game, gets tripped up by his own lineman after getting pushed down. Now this brings up a complicated 3rd and near 7, Caden.
Yeah, because there's 9 minutes left in this game, so you almost have to go for it, especially where you are on the field.
Especially with the way Southwind's been.
Absolutely. You don't have that as much of that defensive momentum anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you still, like, you just don't want that. You don't want it to be falling back on. Tay Walden over the middle. Yeah, and as you hear here, they missed the offsides. I mean, they jumped early off Tay's hand, something you don't see often, and he's just got to haul that in.
Yeah, rough throw. Sanabanez was getting pressured a little bit. Looked like a little bit of an early jump from the left side. And this might be the most important 4th down of this game, Colton. They need to convert this if they want to stay afloat in this game.
And 4th and 7, Caden. Sanabanez, someone's got to call down to him and let him know he can run it here for the 20 yards. It's not the end of the half where that was pointless. But rolling out, takes a shot. He's not even looking. Complete miscommunication intended for Nick Graham, who was supposed to be sitting, or Sanabanez didn't know he was supposed to be going. As you saw there, he kept running straight, and he threw it out like he was supposed to sit at the 1st down marker.
Little miscommunication in the huddle there for one of them. Someone was supposed to sit or go, and someone was supposed to throw that ball. That is just such a tough break. The Dragons defense needs to do everything in their power to swallow this, this hypothetical fire that the Southwind Jaguars are just trying to engulf their opponent with.
And now this is where the defense needs to step up. 8:52 on the clock, 21-35. Perkins in the pocket, looking, scrambling, still afloat. Takes a shot down the sideline. Nobody there. Incomplete, they say.
Wow, he tries to get his feet in. He can't. He bobbles the ball a little bit, and that is yet another huge break for the Dragons. He was wide open down there. A little bit of a miscommunication from the safeties or something, but this is what they need to take advantage of. Clock stops. Big play gets taken off the board. This is where legends are made, and this is where you win playoff games.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking about, Tay needs to come up with the catch there on the one side, and then over here, on the other side. I mean, if he could get a pick, I mean, there's been a couple, like, he's going to have to make a play. Someone's going to have to make a play, more than likely him. They run it down the middle. They need to contain this, Caden, as Gale does wrap up, but he is so quick. And forget what team we were playing, but there was a guy like this earlier in the year, and he was just a bowling ball, Caden.
I believe it was it MRA?
I think so, Caden. Just one of the electric offenses where once the running back got going, you just couldn't pull him down. Because I know we struggled heavily with that run game in the first couple weeks here at home. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 2. Obviously, 4-down territory, so you got to get a sack or something here to make it more difficult. 3rd and 2 at the 48. For Perkins on the keeper. Stiff arms Gale, pass 50, 40, 30. Gone, Caden. I mean, Gobble's not catching him. Inside the 10, touchdown, Calvin Perkins, man. I mean, not enough can be said about this guy.
Gale has just been struggling to keep up with the legs of his counterpart, Kelvin Perkins, I'm sorry. He is just proving to everyone why he is the best in the state. That is just so impressive. He might even be faster than his running back almost. And he might have put this game on ice. Now, 3 scores is pretty hard to do in the 8 minutes that they have allotted for the Dragons.
Yeah, I mean, 7:52 on the clock, as you guys can now see on the live. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, so I mean that's huge for the kickoff, Caden. Hopefully we can strike first and strike quick and make this interesting. Some of the students starting to clear out here, some of the fans as well. Not a position you want to be seeing here if you're on the sideline right now. You don't want to look behind you and see people clearing the sections. 3-touchdown game, though, does make it pretty complicated to come back from.
You know, the only situation where I see us having a shot here is if we can get a Tay Walden, a signature Tay Walden kick return touchdown right off the kick here. We almost saw him do it last kick, but now he's got some extra 15 yards to work with. We could see a little miracle, a little sliver of hope that we saw. You know, we thought this game was going to go a completely different way, 10 minutes ago, and I think Tay wants to reverse that. He wants to put the fans back in the stands, Colton.
And instead of Palmer now, this is Stevens back there with Tay. 21-42. Gonna need a strike, and like we said, it's gonna need to happen fast. I mean, 52 seconds, I would say they have to get points on the board. I mean, 7 minutes, 2 scores is doable. You got onside kicks here. You can always force a turnover. I mean, 3 and outs are quick. Ball stops. They've thrown a lot of passes. They don't keep it on the ground. So nothing's impossible here, especially with the firepower that they got. Yeah.
The ball is set up on the ground like a squib.
And he gets it in the air here. Takes a couple hops. They just start blocking Walden, looking for a way to return this. Flag immediately. And Southwind is getting fired up. A lot of Dragons, a couple Dragons mixed up on that sideline. And another flag comes in on the far side. This might be 2 penalties on Southwind. They might be offsetting if the first one's a blocking one. And this Southwind team just doesn't play, man. I mean, they are energetic over there in the sideline, and they bring the mentality anywhere and everywhere they go, Caden. I mean, they will be marching if they end up winning this game.
Yeah, if Southwind continues to play like this, I don't see anyone in this bracket stopping them. They might cap off a historic season in undefeated fashion.
I mean, this is really one for the books, Caden. I mean, you do not see games like this, and here are the fouls. First down, Collierville. 15-yard penalty on Sportsmanlike and 10-yard penalty on the return on the Dragons. I mean, yeah, net total of 5 yards, so to say. And Ravenwood is beating Whitehaven 17-6, where the winner of this game will play them. So it looks like Ravenwood will be playing the winner of this game as of now. And checking the next game here, we got Oakland Green Hill, which is set to be, you know, Oakland Masterclass as always. I mean, they have ran the state bracket. However, it is close, Caden. 21-27, Oakland and Green Hill going at each other today. Stanford drops back. Dart in the middle of 3 Southwind Jaguars, man.
I am not sure how Kaysen, excuse me, I am not sure how Kaysen Stanford was able to make that throw. He finds Tay Walden surrounded by 3 Jaguars and still drops a beauty in the peach basket.
I know this isn't the priority, but I mean, Oakland just had a 75-yard rushing touchdown with 4 minutes left to take the 21-17 lead. So that's coming down to the wire. Stanford hit as he throws. Incomplete. Clock stops. 7:23. 2nd and 10 from the 30. I mean, for Green Hill to put up a fight like that, Kate, I mean, people are here for this game, and we'll get to that, but, like, Oakland has dominated with their wing T offense for, I mean, last 10 years, Kate. I mean, they won 2 out of the last 3 state championships. But this Southwind team versus them, that's going to be a fun one to watch if it comes down to that, as the Dragons are looking to strike here and put them in that position. As Autry takes up the middle, he's got room, shakes a man off of him, keeps going inside the 20, eventually pulled down at around the 15. The Dragons need to get set and get set quick. Clock will continue to run, got tackled and bounced. It stopped here until they get set like college in the 4th quarter.
Stanford is commanding this ball very well. He's reading the plays well. He's going through his progressions very well.
Stanford out to Palmer. Palmer's got blockers, shaking and spinning inside the 10.
Stanford takes his time, collects himself, looks to the sideline for the play call. Everyone around him is moving. They all kind of know the formation already. They have this like set list of plays within a formation when they're running these hurry-up offenses. Switching the play at the line.
Yeah, and the clock's just bleeding here, Caden. Stanford, snap, rushing out. He's got blockers, cutting back in, inside the 5, down to the 2, and a holding penalty will bring it back.
You know, it plagued us at the beginning of the game. We shook it off for a while, but eventually it'll always come back to bite you. You do not need to be backed up another 10 yards when you were trying to score as quick as possible. 2nd and 20 now. 18, I believe it'll go. 2nd and 18. 13, I'm sorry. I'm not doing my math very well, Coulton. 2nd and 13. Dragons down 3 touchdowns with 6:15 and a burning clock. They need something quick, real quick.
I mean, they're going to need an onside kick at this point, Caden, which we can get. I mean, Hollenbeck can put the ball wherever he pleases, and we got some athletic people who can jump up and get it, but all these motions at the line aren't working out. Fires over the middle. Incomplete, they say. I thought that was caught for a second. Then I thought it might have been picked. I mean, everyone was saying no, but just incomplete at the end of the day. 3rd down and long.
Yeah, you said we need an onside kick. We need 2 onside kicks.
Yeah.
So, you know, you just have the probability right there of an already near impossible thing to do. 3rd.
Stanford dropping back, pressure immediately. Autry gets the pass. Had blockers, got shaken up. I mean, gets it down to the 12. Clock's just ticking here. And Perkins has kind of put this Dragons team away, Caden. Calvin Perkins, you know, you heard the hype. You heard same thing about Antioch last week, and you heard about Southland this week, and they have backed it up. I mean, we thought we would see the same thing last week from Antioch, where the quarterback was just phenomenal all season long. He was only a junior, though, and sometimes these things take time to develop, and you can see Kelvin Perkins kind of hasn't mastered, as it was looking for Autry there. And just a bad play there. I mean, it got blown up either way.
Frustration mounts on the Collierville sideline as they will retreat into their den. 5 minutes left. It is presumed that the Jaguars are going to burn this clock out and take their talents to the semifinals of this state tournament bracket. A heartbreaking end to the season for this Dragons team, especially for seniors who have really put their heart out on the line for one final game of football.
You see Stanford on the sideline. Him, Graham, and Stubbs all talking. Emotions coming down here. Perkins just shoving everybody off of him. I mean, this guy is...
He is going to cause a lot of disruptions at Austin P.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, you're definitely going to see him play some higher up football over the years. Clock ticking. I mean, looks like the Dragons are just surrendering at this point, not burning any timeouts. Obviously, no 2-minute warning.
There's nothing much more you can do, unfortunately.
Can only hope for a turnover here, Caden, but the clock's just going to tick and bleed. Yeah, heck of a season here from the Dragons. Seniors really left it all out there. We got tremendous football to see next season. You know, obviously our favorite time of year and everyone at home's favorite time of year is when football kicks back off. I mean, NFL kicks off, college kicks off, but most importantly out of all of those, Caden and Colton return for some high school football here. Collierville Dragon Media, 3:45 on the clock and counting down. Close game, Storm back in at 21-28, and then just the two unanswered touchdowns from the Jaguars here in the fourth quarter have really put it to sleep, and they will go on to play, I believe, Ravenwood here, who's taken Whitehaven down.
Yeah.
And
Kelvin Perkins decided that he had had enough of this tomfoolery and shut this game, put it on ice, and threw it in the freezer real quick.
yeah, and it looks like Oakland's going to close it out too. So, I mean, assuming they win the semifinals, which when have they not done that?
Anything is possible, Colton.
Yeah, it looks like Southland Oakland will, I mean, be the matchup to watch. And that game will be broadcasted, I believe, through TSSAA itself at the Chattanooga Lookout Stadium.
Yeah, it's a pretty stadium. That's a great place to be. You know, you wish that the Dragons were in that place because, you know, if the Dragons could have come here tonight at home, fed off the energy, and beat the Southwind Jaguars, and the sky was the limit for them, honestly.
Yeah, and it felt like you had a chance there for a minute. Get into the one-score game was so crucial, but yeah, like you said, Perkins slammed the door shut. As we reach the 2 minutes here, we'd like to thank you fans. You know, you see when your team gets eliminated from the playoffs or after the regular season, you always get thank you fans posts.
Those are the worst posts, actually.
They're horrible, as, you know, Perkins just taking it crossfield. He might add another one to his record, and he's just having fun at this point, and he just dove into Gale. Yeah, inside the 15. First down there. Minute 56, but yeah, me and Caden, thank you for a wonderful season and tremendous support. Please bring it again next year. I mean, we have near 2,000 viewers on every YouTube video, not including the, I mean, other platforms here.
It is an honor to have all of you guys listening to us every every Friday night. You know, we never thought that we would have this platform to be able to, you know, just pursue our passion. And what better place to do it inside a beautiful school that gives us a lot of beautiful opportunities. And, you know, let's not forget about the amazing football team that, you know, puts a show on the field every season.
Yeah, and we got some great talent coming back next year. So that's why I was like, tune in next year too. But I mean, you've seen it grow over time here, just between who tunes into the broadcast and the viewers, and just coming back every week is support that, I mean, something we never expected. We're just blessed with. So I know we joke and we talk about how good we are at our voices, but we thank all of you guys for watching online every week and just giving us the opportunity and the platform to do what we love.
Yeah, what's the expression? If no one hears a...
Back to your great expressions, Kate. I mean, he's
well,
still on his
hold
feet,
on.
Kate.
I'm not going to start talking until this guy
Finally goes down.
puts a knee on the turf. What's the expression? If no one hears a tree fall in the woods, did it really fall?
Yeah, it's something like that.
I think.
I told you after last week, I'm done with expressions.
If no one sits here and listens, then we're just
talking to ourselves.
Right. Exactly. So we're very blessed with all the opportunities that, especially, you know, we want to thank you know, our leadership, like Principal Jones and all the people who sign up their Fridays away.
Yeah, and I said I would do this to my teachers for helping me get this set up today. Thank you, Mr. Keys. Thank you, Ms. Henderson. Thank you, Ms. Cox. And, you know, Dragon Media put on a show here. Ms. Roberts, Brad, and Marshall Smith just letting the people, I mean, a lot of talk has been all game, and he shoved. I mean, there was a hard push there. And just emotions, being a senior and a lot of talking going on all game really gets to people. Clock's bleeding down. That'll be the end of the game. But, yeah, so next year, tune back in. We have our send-off, as every game will just be, you know, we got it mastered at this point. So we'll clean up the mistakes, and Caden will have more analogies as the game ends here. Again, thank you. And credit to the football team here all season long. Any last words, Caden? Any thank yous?
I am excited that I have a whole off season to get my analogies down. I thank every one of you for spending your Friday night listening to us. And I thank all the people who have helped us along the way.
And with that, the 2025 Collierville Dragons season comes to an end. Signing off, I'm Colton Bodwin.
And
alongside
I'm Caden Landry.
Thank you and good night.
See you guys. Good job, guys.